This is Now Spinning Magazine with me, Phil Aston. I used to love getting the music papers on a Wednesday, Sounds, Melody Maker, and NME sometimes as well. And I used to love meeting my friends after work for a couple of beers and talking about music we'd heard, things we'd read about, what was coming on, who we could go and see live. Also going down rabbit holes of music you bought. Maybe you just thought you were into one style of music, but then you bought an album and you noticed that there was a guest artist and you went to find out what they played on, and it took you down another route, and you suddenly found out you liked a totally different genre as well. Now Spinning Magazine is for you. If you feel you're at a stage in your life where you still are passionate for music, you still love buying physical media, whether it's on CD or vinyl or any format whatsoever, Now Spinning Magazine is for you. Wherever you are in the world, there are like-minded people here. Either here on this YouTube channel, where you're watching this, or on the website, or on a Facebook group, or on any social media platform you can find, Now Spinning Magazine is also on it. I was very aware that there were people all over the world who'd kind of lost touch with friends, or you've got friends who no longer buy music. Maybe they got rid of it all. God, the horror. And also, I wanted something where it's not just one format and it's not just one genre. I grew up with rock music, as many of you know, but I also listen to loads of stuff now. And so I wanted it to be like Sounds, music newspaper or Melody Maker, where you turn the page and it's a different genre. It's folk news, or it's what's going on in the soul world, and then it's heavy metal. And I also wanted to be able to have it like a magazine where I could dive into a band's back catalogue, do a ranking video, and talk about anything. But equally, I wanted it to be a place of no drama. That it wasn't a place full of calling someone's favourite album the worst album ever made, or, from worst to best, or 10 albums that suck or anything. I wanted it to be, like, as I said at the very start, meeting your friends down the pub for a couple of pints and talking about music. So they're friends. So there's respect, kindness, and a love for the subject of music. So this is a safe place. And everything that I post is from my own heart. I am enthusiastic for it. And if it's something where I feel it's helpful, it educates, it helps somebody, brings a smile to someone's face, that's how it comes on this platform and on this channel. So there's lots of things coming up this month. And so if you're new, please subscribe. And even if you're not new, I know that 65% of people that talk to me literally every month here aren't subscribers. Please subscribe. You can ring that little bell, but please subscribe. It really helps the reach and the influence of what I'm doing here, because this is not my side gig. I am doing this as a full-time project to see what might happen. So this is everything to me. And so your feedback is wonderful, and I get thousands of comments a month. And do you know what? You see other channels doing those videos where they pick out all the horrible comments they've had and go through them. I couldn't be able to do that because I didn't have one last month. And I know I'm tempting fate there, but I hope that the way that I approach my work here and the way I review music honestly and objectively is drawing people in who like a place that is embedded in a love of music, but without the drama. So what have I got coming up? Tons. There's tons. And also, God, there's so much to talk about. The podcast. How well has the podcast been doing in the previous month to me talking here to you now in June? I mean, last month I had Graham Bonnet on the show. Simon Kirk talking about Paul Kossoff. Andy Tillersman from The Tangent, thank you for all of your support. And Oliver Wakeman's new album, please give that a listen, it's fantastic. Francis Rossi has already gone out to YouTube members and patrons, but that is going out very, very soon as well. When Rivers Meet, a great new band. Please support them as well. Danny Vaughan from Taiketo, that's going out this month. I've also just interviewed Carmine Apiche. He's talking about his entire career. I'm interviewing Focus. I've got a third interview with Steve Hackett coming up as well. There are so many guests coming up on the horizon. Musically, wow, all sorts of stuff. Let's do some soul. Soul, I've got Seal Deluxe set. Who else is it? Dozier box set. That's great as well. A Sam Cooke album, 4 LP set to do. As a world of rock music, well, there's Snafu, Wasted, Chris Farlow, Billy Idol, Ian Hunter, and there's going to be quite a bit of Deep Purple and Black Sabbath and some Led Zeppelin. Black Sabbath especially, because I'm going to do an overview of an album that I struggled with. And that'll be interesting to see what you all think of that. And there might be a ranking video of also another big band as well. And notice that my ranking videos are not called from worst to best, because there is no worst. There's just ones I don't play as much as others. I respect musicians here. I am a musician. My wife above me is a musician, and my 2 sons are. I know what it's like to create music, and how our skin is paper thin. And, when you create music, it's like your children. And, you don't want... And I've said before, everything that I do is objective, constructive and honest. So I will criticise the packaging if I feel that some corners have been cut, which is why we have that campaign for polyline sleeves for all new vinyl. But if it's not my kind of thing, I won't talk about it. I cannot be passionate about being negative. This is a place of, as I said, no drama, but for love of music. The vision I have when I talk into this camera now is I'm talking to somebody, one person, who's a bit like me, just loves music, is open to exploring new things, hearing things that might be new to add to your collection, and also reminiscing and having a chat about, something that, happened when you were younger and the music you used to love, or a favourite band. That is what you can expect here. And so it is a community of like-minded people. I'm off. See, every time I do these update videos, I end up rambling. But anyway, there's a lot of Black Sabbath. Jethro Tull is coming up. The Doors, Michael Schenker Group. Yes, John Mayall, Horselips. And what else have we got coming up? Oh, of course, we've got the merch being launched again. I know that's been delayed, but it's on its way. As my wife has been saying, Phil, for God's sake, just launch the stuff. And what else have we got? Pete Pardo going to be on his show, and he's going to be on mine. I say there's more stuff on the podcast. And if you're into collecting music and want to be part of a collectors community where you can just chat to each other, don't miss out on the Facebook group. There's 1,400 people in there, and it is the friendliest place, next to this place on the planet, I would say. And we're doing so well. As I said, thank you for helping me follow my passion here. But we're at 13,400 subscribers, 2 million views, 175,000 hours watched. It's just incredible what's happened here, really. What else? The Now Spinning Arms, a virtual pub where we can meet up, is opened for subscribers, YouTube members and patrons as well. But please subscribe, and if you want to join me on any other social media platform, whether it's X, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok or Threads, Now Spinning are there as well. Just drop a link, get in touch with me, talk about music, and it'll be great to hear from you. But thank you so much. There is so much exciting stuff coming up on this channel and website. Don't forget the website. God, there's so many things. The website, nowspinning.co.uk, 200,000 visits last month. Brilliant. And it's wonderful to see there's so many people that love music. And as you know, I really believe that music heals. I really believe that it keeps us young and keeps that sense of wonder in our hearts. When you put on a really good album, a really good track, maybe you're feeling a bit... You put on a track, what would that be for me? That would be either Yeah, I would probably go back. I'll put Burn On by Deep Purple. I'd crank up the volume. It would be on CD or it could be on vinyl. I might even stream it. But it changes the atmosphere of the room that it's played in. And it changes the way that you feel. So I also see that music is like taking your vitamins. It really does affect how you feel. So keep spinning those discs. Stay safe, everybody. And let's look forward to a great month ahead at Now Spinning Magazine. Thank you again, all of you, for your support and being here.